Qantas insists it still calls Australia home, even though it's setting up a new base in Asia. Chief Executive Alan Joyce says the airline has to change if it's to survive. He's announced a major restructuring to make the airline's international businesses profitable again. 2 new Asia-focused airlines will be launched. The arrival of 6 new A380s will be delayed, while a fleet of smaller planes will be commissioned, and 1,000 jobs will be axed. Unions are outraged at the cuts and are threatening to ramp up industrial action. Here's Transport reporter Kylie Simmons.
There's a new spirit was the Qantas catch cry splashed all over national newspapers this morning. The PR blitz indicated a major announcement was imminent to address its struggling international operation.
But it is a steadily fading business, suffering big financial losses and a substantial decline in market share.
Qantas will launch a new carrier in Asia. It will have its own name and new aircraft. It's tipped to be based in either Kuala Lumpur or Singapore.
And we will always call Australia home.
There'll also be a budget offshoot. Jetstar Japan will fly domestic and international routes. But as Qantas creates new jobs in Asia, it will axe 1,000 positions here. Pilots, cabin crew, engineers and managers will all be affected.
We think it's probably the thin edge of the wedge in an ideological battle to shift the labour force to Asia over time.
Alan Joyce just doesn't get it, that the strength of the Qantas brand is in the people that work for Qantas, and he effectively is giving them a big poke in the eye today.
The federal government has promised to oversee the deal and ensure Qantas is not breaching regulations.
Job losses are always regrettable, but the government acknowledges that this is a commercial decision which has been taken by Qantas.
Aviation experts say the move to Asia is vital for the airline's survival.
Something had to be done to stem the bleeding at some stage, and this is probably, if anything, a little too late.
Qantas hopes to save $2.3 billion within 5 years. Despite all the fanfare of buying new A380 Airbuses, it's now delaying its final order, instead investing in smaller planes. The announcement has further inflamed tensions between Qantas and the unions who are fighting the move to shift jobs offshore. Industrial action is likely to be stepped up as early as next week. Qantas still has more to announce starting next week with its yearly profit results. Kylie Simmons, ABC News, Sydney.